Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordampt. We are back for some more Pillars of Eternity with the Triple Crown difficulty settings. In the previous episode we were exploring the quest Undying Heritage, which is taking place at Heritage Hill, as the name indicates. We ascended the tower, we met with Mr. Aldhelm, and we kind of got an understanding of what this machine is doing. So this machine is harvesting souls. Don't really know why. We spoke to Ikantha, which is the lady living next door. She is also not really sure as to why the Engwithans had built this and several other machines across the Deerwood. But we now have learned how to decipher Engwithan runes, which will allow us to command this tower and, give it a command to do whatever we need it to do. So let's explore our options by talking to Mr. Aldhelm here. Aldhelm looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely and sores have eaten away patches of skin at his joints. He looks at you with a strange glimmer in his eyes.
Flesh.
He takes a tentative scuttling step... Whoops! Step toward you. He doubles over, coughing up strings of black bile. He seems to have forgotten about you for the moment. Oh, I thought he was gonna attack me, actually. Oh, no! I wanted to read... When Aldhelm looks at you this time, all trace of recognition is gone. He bares his teeth and leaps at you, his pupils narrowed to pinpricks. Well, maybe I should not have gone at him again. I don't expect much of a fight. Where are you going? Leave me alone. He's going straight for my character. What a bitch. No. Afuera. There you go. Pew. Pew. Well. We killed Aldhelm.
Alright then.
We got his journal. Ikantha insists on pursuing her own research on the tower despite my argument that pooling our knowledge is in both our interests. With her expertise in the Engwithan language, I'm convinced that she knows more about the tower's workings than she lets on. Not sure if this will be relevant for me, but... Okay, well, we killed him. I don't remember if something would have happened if we commanded the tower before talking to him. But, well, in this playthrough, he is dead. I love this. A jagged Adra pillar rises in front of you, encased in stonework and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes, which you can now understand. You recognize words for end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognize by an inscription that the manner in which you turn the dial is a means of throttling the device. Okay, and now I believe that the options we have here are as follows. Choosing end will shut off the machine and the souls will just go away and fly free to wherever else they go. And maximize the machine's throttle in hopes of overloading the device means we are going to destroy the machine and also kill the souls inside. Now, what is my concern at this point? Is that if I could destroy the machine and also free the souls, that would be my option. I don't want to kill the souls. But given that we do not have an option to actually destroy the machine and save the souls, the only option is destroying the machine and also killing the souls in the process, I believe that is going to be my choice. I don't want to kill the souls, but at the same time, I don't want to let this machine to hang here for someone else to turn on and do whatever they want to do for their nefarious ends. In this case, the Laden Key is the culprit. Who knows if they can come back and turn it on again and just wreak more havoc and chaos throughout the world. So I want this machine gone. If I have to sacrifice some souls in the process, so be it. In terms of gameplay, the only thing that changes is that if you choose in, the machine shuts off and the souls are freed, and you get, I believe, a moderate amount of good reputation with Defiance Bay. if you destroy the machine, you get like an overwhelming amount of good reputation. So if you just want reputation, destroying the machine is better. If you want to roleplay, you do whatever you want. I'm roleplaying as I don't want this machine available for anyone else. So let's try and overload this device. Muttering a command, you give the dial a violent twist. The moving spires spin faster and faster, wobbling from their axis. The light filling the machine quickly becomes too bright to behold. You look away and cover your ears, but the thunderous crash that follows shakes the floor beneath you. When you look back, the machine is in ruins, never to be used again. So we have succeeded in my goal. Quest completed. Undying Heritage. Pew! And there we have it. We gain some experience. We complete the quest. Let me see what we have here. Yeah, so the Laden Key was interested in this tower for a reason. I need to understand what it does and if I'm to figure out their plans. I learned that the Engwithan machines across the Deerwood can be used to move souls. I also learned Engwithan, which means I can now operate them. To prevent the machine from ever being used again, I sacrificed the trapped souls of Heritage Hill to destroy the machine. I'm a bit sad, but I think this was the best option. I don't want this being used ever again. So, yeah. And just to mention that if you wanted to be playing this as an evil playthrough, which I've done already previously with an evil priest, if you bring food to Aldhelm, it will actually teach you something about the machine, a new command, where you can consume the souls for yourself, and you would gain, I think, like a buff to might, and also to your max endurance. That's actually cool because it carries over to Pillars of Eternity 2, which is, you know, interesting. And if you just want to min-max your character, I guess that would be the best choice. To have the most stats in the second game. I don't think I'm gonna need that extra point of might and endurance, so I'm just gonna go with the choice that makes sense for this playthrough. I want to go talk to Ikantha, see if she has anything to say now that we destroyed the machine. I'm guessing she's gonna be upset because she was telling us that it would be a great waste to destroy the machine that the soul's trapped within. But, well, I'm sorry to disappoint, lady, that was my choice. I'm curious as if she will attack me or if she... Oh, okay. Or if she's just gone. Is she here? Nope, she's gone. Okay. I don't believe we ever find her in the future, but if we do, I'm interested in seeing what will happen. Okay, so another main quest done. Our remaining main quests are... Let me just see here. Are through Death's Gate, and this is continuing through Deerford Village, yes. And yes, I could probably go to Lady Webb and tell her what we found out, and I will do that. See if she has any kind of extra insight as to why these machines might have been used, because she knows Theos. And she might have some kind of indication of why you wanted this, or why the Engwithans built these machines. There's a lot of stuff we still don't know about the game. Excuse me, but I've been looking for you. You're the one who lifted the curse on Heritage Hill. Yes, I was. My lady, who wishes to remain anonymous, has entrusted me with bringing you this pistol. It belonged to a dear friend of hers who was lost to the curse. What? Ikantha? For your part in reclaiming Heritage Hill, my lady wishes you to have it. Here, may it serve you well in battle. Thank you. She bows. You are quite welcome. And we received Saint Garam's Spark. Garam, this name... This was one of the prisoners in the sanitarium, right? Or am I just being confused? Now I must be off. Farewell. Okay, god damn it. I gotta check this because I want to know. Ikantha. No. Okay, so patience. Edelman. No, it was Graham, not Gerham. So, who are you? Well, I guess he was just a dear friend of her who was lost in the curse. Okay, so there was somebody in the area named Gerham that was lost in the curse, and I can't remember who it was. I can check it out after the video. And let's look at the pistol. What is this? Oh. Okay, this we've read this before. Oh, and I forgot the ring. Of course I did. I'm never using this Glon's pledge, so just take this away. And bring this in. We're gonna get some extra intellect and an arcane dampener. Per rest. Okay. Let me just make sure it will stack. I have 17 int. 18 int. Cool. St. Gerham's Spark. 27 to 37 pierce damage. Quite nice. Plus 10 accuracy granted to an ally attacking the same target. Very good. And plus 25% shock damage. So it doesn't have any kind of enchantment in terms of fine or exceptional or anything like that. This is a cool weapon though. Granting plus 10 accuracy. Very nice. I might consider using this in the future. It's kind of tough. I don't think I'm ever gonna abandon Borisane, but I might consider using that pistol. By the way, how are you looking? Ah, okay, so I still cannot go up to exceptional. Requires rubies and Vitrak brains. Okay, superb and legendary. Yeah. Okay. Nice pistol though. Very nice pistol. Actually, it doesn't really matter if Kana hits, as long as this counts. So I could do something like this to improve the pistol. Don't care about the slaying. It has a shocking lash already. I am running low on Pilgrim's Crown though. I think it might still be worth it though. Okay, let's enchant this. Okay, and we're gonna give this to Kana, so that when he is playing ranged, he can actually contribute to the team's accuracy, which I like that. Let's turn this off.
Hey.
And let's speak to Lady Webb. And see what she has to say, given our new findings.
Alright then.
I'm guessing that each of the main quests we are doing is gonna advance her quest as well. Hello, lady.
How fares your search?
There is something I can tell you about the Laden Key's operations.
Well, let's hear it.
There you go. The Engwithan Tower in Heritage Hill contains an ancient machine that can control the flow of souls. The Laden Key activated it.
This is troubling. That civilization seems to have known more about the mechanics of souls than anyone since. The Leaden Key was born in that period. It may be that Theos has full knowledge of their technology. The applications of this machine you speak of, I don't want to think about it.
So yeah, I've been calling the Laden Key the Laden Key. It's actually Laden.
That isn't enough to take to the Duke, but we're close. Avar Wolfgren is a cautious man. He will want to know everything possible before being moved to action.
Okay, so not really much else that we learned. We just shared some information. So now our main quest is taking us back to Durford Village, which is where we've been to before. And we actually picked up the Grieving Mother there, as well as her blunderbuss, etc. So I think that's going to be my next objective. I just want to see... Oh! I want to stop by Kednua first, because we have a visitor there. And in terms of quests... Yeah, I want the nest egg. But I think I might also pick up Palagina, just to come over here and see what changes in terms of questing. So we're gonna go to Kednua. Takes 23 hours, pretty much. I'm also gonna check my inventory because we have some buildings that give us some passive.
Better indeed.
Some passive income. A new quest. Return to court. Okay, what is this? Oh, not a quest. Is it a task? Excuse me? Was it a new quest or a... here it is. I'm blind. Another messenger from the Ducal Palace has arrived in Kednua. Chancellor Warren said he'd send another messenger if anything new regarding my disputed ownership of Kednua came up. Chancellor Warren seems to have sent another messenger from the Ducal Palace in Defiance Bay. The messenger is waiting for me in the Great Hall. Okay, let's see what he wants. I bear a message from the Ducal Palace. Pardon the intrusion, my lord. Chancellor Warren urgently requests that you meet him at the Charred Barrel in Brackenberry. At the Charred Barrel? That's interesting. Why isn't the Chancellor meeting me at the palace? Perhaps the Chancellor is meeting with you in an unofficial capacity. It happens from time to time. The messenger stares at the ground, avoiding eye contact. Is it about Kednua again? I don't know. My apologies, my lord. I am merely a messenger. You notice a bead of sweat trickle from the messenger's brow. So I'm guessing he's hiding something. Is this an ambush, you bitch? Remind me who he is. He's the legal arbiter for Earl Badamar, Lord of the Grasp. I believe you've made his acquaintance at the Ducal Palace. Okay, so he is well informed. Well, I'll meet with Chancellor when I can. The messenger bows stiffly. As he exits the chamber, he gives an audible sigh of relief before the door slams shut behind him. Yeah, so this guy, he's not telling us something. Okay, so he left the Stronghold. Okay. Let's look at our stash. Ooh. All right, we have this. The Cloak of Comfort. I like this one very much. So, Edér, take that. And all of these are pretty much just crafting materials and gold. Well, I will take every single thing you have. And let's see. Because he has +9 to will. And then he has +5 to fortitude, reflex and will. And +9 to deflection. So these are kind of overlapping, honestly, if I equip the cloak. Very interesting. Okay, so if I take this out... sorry. I go to 86 deflection. If I take this out... I lose 5 reflex and 5 fortitude. And if I take this out, I lose 9 will. However, if I give him this... Yeah, I get 5 of every single thing. Plus extra damage. I'm not sure if this works actually. Does it stack? Slashing and piercing. Oh, it does not stack. God damn it. Well, I can do this then. Maybe. Ugh. Man, this belt is so good. I don't want to lose it. +5 damage reduction to pierce and slash. +3 damage reduction to slash, pierce and crush. It's not an easy choice, I'll tell you that much. God damn it. Well, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna give the blunting belt to Kana. I'm not sure if this is a good choice, but it's gonna be my choice regardless. And the Cloak of 9 will. Can anybody take it? Oops. Okay, thank God. No. Okay, nobody can take this. 9 will. Man, it's a shame. And I do want this on my character. Yeah, but I need a ring that buffs this part. Actually, no, I don't. Yeah, right. I can take... Oi. Oh, it stacks! It stacks! This stacks with all defenses. Oh, man. Okay, never mind. I'll keep the ring on it there. Holy crap. This is very, very good. Okay, I gotta find another ring of these. I might just actually purchase one and be done with it. Because I want to use this. That's very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's continue before I get distracted again. And right now, I want to pick up Palagina to see if we can advance our quest. Oops, sorry. That keeps coming along nicely. And I also want to look at something here, which is the long hunt. The deep ruts in the road suggest heavy wagon traffic. The place can be far from the city. There's also the quest for Sagani that I could look at. And I might. But if I do this... Let me think. I will probably take out Kana to bring in Palagina. And then I will probably take out the Grieving Mother to bring in Sagani.
Safe travels.
I guess I can try.
Following your
Although I want to check something before. So Kana is sitting at 33,137. So let me just write this down. I want to make sure that everybody still gains experience. So 33,137 on Kana. Okay. And now if I swap, and I take you out and I take you out, and I bring you in and you in. And if I go to the first fires with Palagina, I'm not even gonna bother leveling them up because I'm not planning on taking them with me anywhere. And I'm not gonna, you know, waste all of this time. Oh? Oh. Wait, what's happening? Put your coin in here. Ah, okay, because we can hire people, that's right. A Dunrit Scion. No, I think I'm fine, honestly. I don't want to start bleeding money for them. At least not yet. I don't think it's necessary yet. But yeah, so here we have my characters.
Fox bite?
They are at 30,000, 30,000. Okay, so I expect them to gain experience.
Yes,
Can I pet him anyway?
it's your hand.
I'm gonna pet him.
I just love Edér and his relationship with animals. Okay, so we're gonna go into the Valian embassy. See if this makes a difference. I'm expecting that it does. Yeah, don't go in the front because you will just die in one hit.
Of course.
Okay, so she wants to speak with
Ambassador Augusti,
him.
I would speak with you on a matter of some urgency and great importance.
Sighing as though remembering some heavy burden, Vicent crosses his arms before replying. Palagina, if this is the same matter we previously discussed, I doubt I will be convinced any more easily. Ambassador, please hear it out. The ambassador praises you for several moments and nods respectively. You are well known in Defiance Bay, Cordumt. He smiles softly, even in the Valian embassy. Vicent turned his attention back to Palagina. So you're keeping respectable company these days. He throws up his hands and shrugs. Hardly a good reason to go stirring up trouble with animanters and who knows else.
Ambassador, there are issues at stake here that go beyond rogue merchants and a port staying open. Animancy is under attack in Defiance Bay.
Palagina shakes her feathered fists to emphasize her point. We have to protect our interests here. But that also means knowing when to avoid unnecessary entanglements. The Animancers and the locals have problems. They'll work them out. Or they won't. Either way, there's too much to risk by getting involved.
If it is outlawed here, what would prevent the same from happening in our republics?
The ambassador's face vacillates between expressions of sympathy and frustration. Palagina, I do not think your concerns are unfounded, but it is not the place of this embassy to countermand the Republic's policies. If it makes any difference, Ambassador, I'm already looking into the matters Palagina has spoken of. It doesn't, but it would be fortuitous if your investigation took you to Twin Elms, because that's where Palagina needs to go.
What is it the Dukes need of me, Ambassador?
The Deerwood's instability has created an opportunity for us to take over their trade with Air Glanfath. We will need to meet with the Glanfathans soon to secure upcoming trade arrangements. The roads to Twin Elms can be dangerous, of course, but that's why you'll be our representative there.
Echosi, Ambassador. But won't this provoke the Deerwoodings? Their country is falling apart, and we are already dividing up their trade alliances.
Provoke them into what? Going to war? Through no fault of the Republic's, the Deerwood's armies have been deprived of an entire generation of soldiers. It would be foolish not to take advantage of the situation. If we don't, the Red Sedans will. Okay, so let's see. That's some cold compassion considering what these people have been through. It does make sense. The Deerwood has problems and sooner or later someone's going to profit from them. Let's go with the first one. That's some cold compassion considering what these people have been through.
More than that, Ambassador, there is a practical element to consider. We may profit in the short term from this arrangement, but what of the future? The Deerwood won't forget, and the Republics may pay the price for it.
The ambassador sighs. We're not the Dukes, Palagina. It's their decision and our job to carry out the orders. It's not like they're asking you to assassinate someone. Palagina raises an eyebrow and clenches her jaw but remains silent. Palagina, Palagina. He shakes his head. Go to Twin Helms. Speak to the Anamenfath. Impress upon her the instability of the Deerwood and reassure her of the Valen Republic's desire to open safe trade.
Of course, Ambassador.
The ambassador nods and smiles paternally. He then looks to you. I know you planned on investigating this crisis together, but I hope you understand Palagina's responsibilities. No. Let's not antagonize them, we can just investigate it regardless. Of course, Ambassador, we all have our duties to attend to. Palagina narrows her eyes at you in annoyance, but Vicent beams. Excellent. Now then, if you'll excuse me.
Could have gone better. Could have gone worse. I appreciate that you stood up for me, but it's hard to persuade the Ambassador to go against the Duke's orders.
Okay, so, I know you're right, Palagina, we may find a way for you to fulfill your obligations while looking into what's really going on around here, don't worry. It seemed right to support you, but I think the ambassador made good points. If you don't start following orders, you're going to get into more trouble to do. No. First one. We're going to try and find a way to fulfill your obligations while looking into what's really going on around here.
Enough wisdom for both of us. Now, I just need to find out how to get to Twin Elms before the ambassador loses his patience.
Twin Helms is actually the next city we're going to visit, like the next major area. She pauses in thought. Still, I fear that making this deal with the Glanfathans will further weaken the Deerwood and make trouble for the Republics in the years to come. Follow your heart. Do what you believe will be best for the Republics.
I wish I knew.
Well, if you don't know... they leveled up, of course, because they already had a level up pending. Okay, so her quest... Twin Helms, such agreement would steal trade away from the Deerwood and act to increase tensions between the Deerwood and the Republics. Okay. So they have their own interests, even if it does hurt the Deerwood. Okay, but this quest would only kind of continue once we reach Twin Helms. And something we haven't done yet is look at Palagina's items. She has a medium armor, which is kind of cool, but this is an effect that I really dislike. I never want to have somebody in the front line below 25% health. To me, that's suicidal. Although 50% damage reduction, not bad. She also has a fine great sword, and she also has a fine pistol. Not bad. Sagani, she has a unique hunting bow, but nothing very special. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so now that we've spoken to the ambassador, he did say something that was important for us, and that I have been forgetting, actually.
But if your dukes ordered you to return home...
The safety of the republics is being decided here. If I do what needs to be done, there'll be time enough to beg forgiveness when the dust settles.
You must do what you feel is best. I understand.
Okay. I was gonna say, let's look at our reputation. We have 4 in benevolent, which is really cool. We have honest, rational, diplomatic. I would like more in honest, honestly. honestly. But we are now a hero, which means we can probably advance Edér's quest as well. So we can go back to the archives and see if the guy is now willing to talk to us. And then we're gonna go for Sagani's quest. I'm not even sure I know what it is, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so let's go to the Archivist.
Good day, stranger.
I'm looking for militia records from the time of the Saints' War, trying to find out what happened to someone. The man clears his throat. We've had a number of inquiries about such information. I'm afraid we've had to bar access to the public. This is what he always says. Seems there are still quite a number of folk in Deerwood who bear ill will toward Red Serens. It would be irresponsible to render their names to just anyone. Many came to settle here as refugees. Yes, but we are heroes. Ah. For the first time, he turns his full attention toward you, and his eyes flicker in recognition. Of course, that policy is for the general public. Exceptions can be made for those who have already proven their worth. He looks up at the shelf and withdraws a thick volume, shifting a layer of dust aside with his hand. The rosters are in the front, the inventories of the dead in back. He passes it into Edér's outstretched hands. Edér leaves through the book for some time anxiously, running his thick farmhand's fingers over page after page of names. At last, his hand stops, his fingers just below one name.
Woden Talesh died 18 Majaverno 2808. Third Battle of Cleaban Relog. Blazing Glonfather names, I swear.
True.
Red Ceres?
Why are you talking about Red Ceres? He stops short, his eyes bulging. They scan back and forth over and over.
I'll be the effigy. He fought for Red Ceres. Why did he fight for Red Ceres?
I'm sure he had a good reason. I am too. He stares at the page, his complexion drained. I am too.
We gotta go there. That battlefield. Clea, the one I said. I don't know how else I'm gonna make sense of all this. I gotta see what he saw.
Okay, so yeah, he's looking for his brother, who's apparently fighting for the wrong side.
And who knows, maybe his spirit will even be there and you can have one of your weird talks with him. Worth trying, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I'll help you in any way I can, my friend.
I appreciate that. I wish I could say you won't regret it, but you certainly might.
Let's just hope not. Okay, so we have advanced the quest for Mr. Edér. Here. Edér's brother Woden fought for Red Ceres and died in a battle at Cleant Rilag. He wants to see the battlefield. Okay. Now, we also have a quest in Brackenberry that summons to see the ambassador again, but I'm kind of suspicious that that's not really a legitimate invite. So I don't want to go there with this party. I am instead going to try and find the place that Sagani wants to go to. and see how that develops. I don't promise that I'm gonna be trying to do all of their quests, because bringing them in is kind of annoying, and I would have to gear them up and level them up, and that's just for a single quest. It might not really be worth it, but for now I'm gonna try and see what we can find. The Long Hunt. The breeze smelled salty. These cliffs are near the ocean. The deep ruts in the road suggests heavy wagon traffic. This place can't be far from a big city. So we are looking at some kind of cliff overlooking the water, near the ocean and near the city. It kind of sounds like it's over here, right? Anslock's compass. But we've been here before and she didn't really... There was no cliff, I don't think. Yeah, he leaves a stronghold, that's fine, don't care. Yeah, there's no cliff here. There is something called the dial. Is this what you want? I don't think so, right? Let me just clear this notification here. Okay. At the center of a ring of jagged stone, this boulder casts long shadows across the sand as the sun moves overhead. Okay, does not seem to be what we need. And I also want to come back here because there was a vendor selling some special items. I just want to go over them again to see if something strikes my fancy. Let me see your wares. So we had the blunderbuss. Charm, I don't really care about the charm. I'm not using this kind of weapon. Saber of the Seas. 10% chance to cast overwhelming wave on hit or critical hit. 1 per encounter. This could actually be a cool weapon for Edér, honestly. Ah, and this was the special thing, right? 9 deflection, 9 will. Yeah. And then we had the belt, which grants Firebrand, which I think is like a two-handed flame sword. And we also had the company captain's hat. Resolve and dexterity. 8,200 gold. I think my opinion is gonna be the same as before, which is right now I don't really care about this. I prefer the items I currently have. And I have no idea where this lady needs to go. Maybe it's down here, and if that's the case, I will not be taking her there right now. So, back to Kednua. We're kind of going back and forth here, which is a bit of a shame, but...
That's her indeed.
A supplicant has arrived from Twin Helms seeking 1,000 copper pieces for an escort? It's not the kind of escort you find at the Salty Mast, by the way. At least I hope not. Okay, well, first things first. I should have done this on the other side, but... Oh no, I can't. Never mind. Let's go over here. See what this person has to say, or why it needs the 1,000 copper pieces. Oh, there he is. My lord, I have an important matter which requires your attention. Yes.
Yes.
Does it need to be me? Ah, okay. Leaving in 3 days, 5 hours. If ignored, we lose 4 prestige. Minor negative reputation with Twin Helms. Wait, but what do I need? Oh, I can either escort him or I can pay him off. Is that it? Crap. Okay, I will take care of it, but I'm gonna need to swap my companions first. Anything new? No. Go away. I think the only place I can swap my companions that I know of is when swapping an area or leaving Kednua. So let me see if I can do that. Over here. And then I'll send an escort with that guy, probably Sagani. Okay, so
Farewell.
you go away, you come in. And I can leave now? Yes, okay, cool. So you go over
Following your
there, and you go over there.
Hey,
Okay, that's exactly what I want. Send escort, send Sagani. Okay, done. With your coin in hand. Oh, sorry. I thought I'd pay them off. Being escorted by Sagani. Okay. And now, what do we want? I think I can rest as well. Because why not? Let's get some bonus perception. Ooh. Continuing the quest for the Grieving Mother. Let's hope this doesn't take like 20 minutes reading her dialogue. You find yourself back in the space inside the Grieving Mother's mind. It is familiar this time, and even though you feel you have seen countless birds from this vantage point, something fills you with unease. The sky has darkened, and the mist has risen from the forest to hem you in. You are trapped. You hear something. The sound is strange, dissonant, like warping metal. You grit your teeth against the noise, and yet, as it rises, the eerie melody drives the numbness from your limbs and clears a space in the mist. Let's focus on the chimes. The noise resolves into a dull tone. As it resounds through your bones, you see that your hands are in motion. And once again you are drawing forth life, something warm and fragile, struggling into the world. This scene feels familiar, a moment you have lived and dreamed 1,000 times before, and yet something ominous gnaws at the edges. Focus on the child, the movement of your hands. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes, clear and sharp. Yet somewhere distant, they seem echoed by something else. Wails of sorrow, tolling bells. It's impossible to tell. Draw the child forth. An inexplicable sense of dread fills your soul as the child makes its journey to you, push by push. A malicious presence seems to surround you, and you lean forward to shield the child. At last, the baby emerges, wet and ruddy from its journey. A lifetime seems to have passed as the newborn moved from womb to world, and another seems to pass as you cradle the trembling child, waiting. The child cries out, its cry full of life, full of soul, the chime echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges, as if you are viewing a soul from within a soul, but it is there, it is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry, her hands reach out for it. Surrender the child. You surrender the child to her, something you have done many times before, and as your hands move, the dull clangor sounds, and you feel a weight hanging from your wrist. You look down and see bones, tiny and malformed, hanging from a string about your wrist. They're heavier than they should be, and as they clang together, they make a noise like funeral bells. The mother is too intent upon her newborn to pay you any heed, and so you hide your wrist behind your back. She need never know, can't ever know. As you hide the bone chimes, you shiver, in relief, with premonition, at the child wind that suddenly sweeps the plateau. Let's wake up. And now we can talk to her.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
It does. I walked again in your memories. This time they felt strange. I would see them. Oh, no. I don't want to see them again. What's that you're wearing on your wrist? She extends her hands, and the small chimes on her wrist sound at the motion, just as they sounded in her memories. The chimes are finely crafted of white Adra. They are wrapped around the Grieving Mother's wrists with tiny woven braids of hair of different colors, from white to black, brown to blonde. You feel as if you're noticing them for the first time. If the birthing bells are given to newborns, why do you wear a set now?
There was no child to carry it.
And suddenly there is a rasping cry across your consciousness, and you see her flinch visibly, as if struck. She raises her hands and you see the chimes draped from them, yet they make no sound as she moves. In your memory they look like bones.
And carry the weight of 100 deaths. I know, Watcher.
This is about the Hollowborn, isn't it?
The Hollowborn.
The same chill you felt before is stronger now, as if it's welling up around your feet to your ankles. You feel a sudden urge to draw away, as if from an unpleasant memory.
The Hollowborn have a future.
They can be saved, and the tells spoke of such.
We don't know if that's true or if they can even be saved.
They can be saved. They must be saved. You have seen the beauty in childbirth. What good came into the world there on the plateau. You helped me recall it. It is a memory we shared. It is the truth.
In the memory, you hid the chimes on your wrist from the mother. Why? Okay. It is not what I hid, but what she saw. She couldn't know. The grieving mother squeezes her eyes shut and brings her hands to her ears. No more equivocation. What really happened at the birthing bell?
And what would you consider real, Watcher? The truth that was experienced and remembered? Or the one that burned out only to be swept under the rug and forgotten like ash from a fireplace?
What really happened, or what happened mattered. Forgetting it doesn't make it less real.
And how much of your own life has been lost to the error of memory? How many loves and betrayals were colored with the false hues of emotion? A pity to wonder how much of your own life happened the way you recall.
No, I love Cordampina. She's my wife forever. Let me ask you about something else. I want to know more about you.
And I you. In asking, we reveal ourselves to each other.
Okay. I'm not sure if I've asked this before. Why are you called the Grieving Mother? The air seems to go still for a moment, and time stretches as it did before when the two of you first met. There is a wash of uncertainty from her mind, slowly shaping into questions that swirl and do not coalesce. She does not move. She seems paralyzed, as if you have just wrapped her in a cold blanket.
That is a question for you, not I. That is not my name, although if you wish to hang the title on me, I cannot stop you. Is that what you see when your eyes fall upon me?
Oh, that's interesting. So, I named you? As a watcher, you may see what I do not, or your mind shapes the thoughts I project into a new meaning. There is truth in that title, but it is not all I am. So what do you grieve then? You must have felt it, seen it. It has as many names as the pain it has caused. As the words take shape, they seem to tumble from her, and the wave is great, rushing into your mind. To your surprise, you feel as if you've been touched by the Beowake again, and behind it, cutting through the current like a knife, are the thoughts of the Grieving Mother. There is a wound cut across the belly of the world, a jagged knife that has stripped the stems from men and carved furrows across the wombs of women. There is much I have forgotten, but I can feel the wound all around me. It will not let me rest, not let me be. The children have gone silent, yet their voices may be heard again. Are you speaking about the Holoborn? The word. There is a slowness of thoughts as if the word is being weighed, accepted. It doesn't feel natural to her, you can sense it. So the word was once unknown to me, as was much of what unfolded in the outside world. When the curse came upon us, I thought it a smaller thing, a thing of communities and hearts. Her thoughts seemed to stumble, as if on weak legs. It was only when I walked did I feel it stretching out around me, in all the cracks of the world. Children have been cursed. I do not think it was something they caused, nor something deserved. That which is inside them has been torn away. I do not know how, but this wound must be stitched closed. The world bleeds forth from between a woman's legs. If this blood is not stemmed, the world will die and grow quiet. Do you know its cause? There is a desperation, a welling fear. You can almost feel her thoughts shivering, and you realize she is as lost as you are on the matter. And then a sudden, sharp clarity. I shall know it through you. Your eyes will track the cause, find the path, and I will be beside you. There is no wound that cannot be healed, and if you are truly a watcher, then this wound may be seen for what it is. You saw me where I hid. Whoever's hands have stilled the world, you shall see them too. And if there is no way to heal it, what then? I will be there, and you will do what must be done. You were given your sight so that you may watch the world, and you will tend it. the children shall have their voice again. If your will is weak, then I shall strengthen it. Lean upon me. You feel a weight in her words, as if her hands are on your shoulders. You feel the questions in your mind lose their edge and become merely words, as I lean upon you. You shall be my eyes, and I shall be your hands when the time comes. Okay. For now, I think this is enough. Let's continue the journey.
Hey.
And actually, there won't be much continuing right now, because this took a while. Let me just see what we want to do next. Ah, right. I want to go to Brackenberry to complete a return to court. And if I can go here, I will go here for Edér's quest. But after that, I'm gonna go for the nest egg, and I'm going to go through Death's Gate. Both of those are close by to Deerford Village, and that's gonna be our main next objective. For now, this will be it, my friends. As always, I want to thank you all for being here in the channel with me, watching some Pillars of Eternity. If you guys are enjoying this, and if you have any questions or suggestions, leave a comment below. If you want to get notified about other videos coming to the channel, feel free to subscribe. The videos are coming out every single day, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.